So about a year ago, we started a Framelines community because myself and Josh we're a bit sick of Instagram. So we started the community and we've got a couple of different aspects of it. We have street assignments, we have a Discord, we have photo walks, we have a recent exhibition, and the photo walk actually went to that exhibition.
Yeah, I mean, we've got so many cool little things going on with part of the community. Like the Discord has almost become its own little social media. I think it's just really cool to have people you can bounce ideas off that you trust. Maybe someone to help talk you out of buying a camera that you don't necessarily need. People also like sharing their own published zines and books. And then the meetups as well. We've been doing them about regularly for like a year now, haven't we? And that's just been, one of the coolest things we've done, I think. Being able to like go out for a walk with like-minded people who have that like shared optimism that maybe a street photo will cross my path if I leave the house today, you know?
Yeah, so as Josh was saying, we've had street assignments running for about a year. And what these are is every month we assign our community with sort of a challenge. So, we'll have like night photography or color harmony. And we've had, 10 plus of them so far. So we figured we'd make this video and we go through a couple of them and we pick out our favorite shots and talk about them. And so let's do it. So this is the latest street assignment that we had. And with this one, what we decided to do was create an open theme. So with this one, because we've had so many specific themes, we figured we just let people submit whatever photos they wanted for a change. And I think this is kind of a cool idea. Got some great submissions here. Do you have any particular favorites from the open?
Yeah, there's one particular from Sarah Plummer from Trafalgar Square that I really love. There it is on the left. Can you stop from start?
Oh, this one.
I just love,
yeah.
It's always cool to see someone shooting somewhere. I'm in Trafalgar Square once or twice a week taking pictures, and this just doesn't really ever happen. I don't know the context. I love the security guard watching the guy. I love the way his hat sort of lines up with the fountain. Nice light, nice colours, nice composition. Just one of those like random moments, right?
Yeah, completely random. And it's amazing to see a moment like this, which I'm sure happened in a split second, but to also have a great composition to go along with it. It's perfect, right?
It's what a good street photo is all about, really, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's not enough to just photograph the moment. You also have to think about composition and, like blocking almost, that term in movies for just the way people are positioned in the scene. I love this one by Abia Marshall. I've really messed up that name, but yeah, I just love the like everything that's sort of going on, the way it's kind of broken up into different vignettes, like different things happening around, and the contrast of it and everything.
I love the amount of hands as well. Cool. Sorry, we've got a bit of
yeah, you really like that in photos, don't you? Yeah, I've noticed that you like lots of hands going in different directions. I guess that like hands are really expressive, aren't they? So
I love the skip one.
What do you love about this?
It's just funny. Like the Union Jack's like, just why? I don't know. It's one of those ones that you're like, oh, there's no people in it. Is it a street photo? And I'm kind of like, of course it is. It's like there's people there. Someone's intentionally done that, and it's just made this like, you could say some kind of social commentary about Britain today or something, but it's just funny, right?
Yeah, it's just funny. Like I'm just trying to picture like how did this happen? How did this come about? Like, were they trying to disguise the skip? Like, was there a party or something? And they were like, oh, the skip looks a bit ugly. It's not great. So let's hide it in a couple of Union Jacks. Was there like a presentation given there or something? Yeah, it's hard to be funny in a street photo, isn't it?
It feels just so British as well. I know it's like literally covered in Union Jack, but that whole vibe of like, yeah, just half-assed decorate a skip.
Yeah. Do you know what I've seen recently? And I'm not sure if this is going to make the edit of this YouTube video, but there's someone going around and it's on Forest Road, which is nearby me. And there's a dog that's just taking these like massive dumps all along the street. And it's a regular thing. It's been going on for months. And now someone started putting little Union Jack flags in the dumps and taking photographs of them and posting them to Instagram, which is, again, kind of a similar sense of humor to this.
Yeah, 100%. Leave that in.
Yeah, I'm going to send you those photos after this. They're hilarious.
That photo was by Russell Bruce Yules.
So this is the open. Like, I guess with this one, it looks a bit random because it is random. It's an opportunity for everyone to show their own style. And you've got this photo here that we have for the header. I think this guy is Beto O'Rourke, isn't he? Like he's an American politician.
Yes, by Roger Goon. Let's open that full one up because I love that one.
Here it is. Man, isn't that great? The expressions on everyone. Just nailed it.
This is like hands and eyes, right? Everybody's eyes are doing something. And you got this framed, I mean, beautiful framing. I love the black and white tones as well. Jealous of this one.
So good. And the way it's sectioned, like he's kind of in his own section here with the background.
Yeah, the point of view also as well is like you're kind of part of that family. You're like another kid, sort of around in the circle being spoken to.
Yeah, it's really intimate like that, isn't it? Such a great photo. Let's take a look at some other assignments. So we've got...
I really like the summertime thing.
Oh yeah, I love this shot.
From Lloyd.
This is so good, isn't it? Again, like you said with the Beto O'Rourke shot, it's like the perspective of a child. Like you could be the third child up here, right?
Yeah, you're like egging him on to jump, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's such a great shot. The colors, so good. And the timing, yeah, such a great shot. The summer one was a great one. Some really good shots in this. Do you have any other favorites from this theme?
I like the Alex Greenway one with the shack. It's the green one in the middle with the like.
Yeah, that's great.
This just reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, it for some reason it reminds me of like Stephen King because it's like a gang of boys with bike to go into the sewers. I don't know, maybe I've just been reading too much Stephen King lately. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see like a scene like this where just kids are hanging out.
I think, yeah, it just like again really British scene to me. I'm really drawn to just British stuff. It seems.
I really like this one from Luke Merrill. I think it's a really kind of sensitive scene. It reminds me a little bit of Mark Steinmetz in that it's got a very kind of soft look to it, and the kid himself almost looks like he's from the 80s. It's a great shot. And this kind of shot, like shooting into a car window, like a vintage car window like this, with the car seats and all those little details. It's a very evocative kind of scene. I'm sure it's the kind of scene you would see in a movie, right? This kind of shot into a car.
Yeah. Dare we use the word cinematic?
Ooh, I tried not to.
I get that Mark Steinmetz's like if that was in like a soft black and white, very Mark Steinmetz, like beautiful. Yeah, love the depth of field as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also, a few I really like on the color assignment as well.
Yeah, there's some great shots in this one. Like this hero shot, man, that carpet is bonkers, isn't it?
We're really drawn to ones that remind us of childhood, aren't we? That's like proper like 90s carpet.
Yeah. Oh, this is Vincent Villager.
Yeah.
Sorry if I messed up your last name there. I met him recently at the we had an artist night at the exhibition in David Hill Gallery in Ladbroke Road, the Street Life exhibition, which we keep forgetting to mention or make a video about on YouTube. It's ongoing until May 18th. If you're in London, go to Ladbroke Road and pop into the exhibition. It's open from like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. weekdays. It's open on Saturdays, so drop in if you're nearby. But yeah, I met Vincent at this, and we're talking about how he's influenced by Pinkasoff. Actually, he said he went on a workshop with Pinkasoff, and for some reason, the workshop by the end of the day just dwindled down to Vincent and Pinkasoff, and they were just like hanging out together like they were Bessies, which is pretty amazing to be able to do that with a Magnum photographer. And yeah, like he was talking about how Pinkasoff is obsessed with patterns and patterns. So I wonder what do you think of this pattern?
What a dream. That's how you want a workshop to end, right?
Isn't it? Can you imagine? Just 1-to-1. One of my favorites again, Alex Greenway. I think he submitted some really strong stuff over our street assignments, hasn't he? He's a name that definitely pops up a lot. And I love this shot. Such a great composition. And the mural in the background, the color is just beautiful. And little details like the little rubbish bin in the back. it's just a very pleasing shot, I think. The
Colours are dreamy. Look at that. So soft.
Yeah,
wanna,
like really
explore the whole
pleasing.
room.
Great colour scheme. Yeah, you got browns and greens.
Can we also have a look at the layer? Yeah, this one from Carlin Wintels. Can we open that up fully? Yeah, I mean, look at that. Shadow, silhouette. Look at your eye just is like glued to the frame, taking it all in. Challenging scene as well, like into the light. Looks like she was also like maybe actually like leaning over a bin, right, as well. So it's like she's gone like, oh, there's something here, you know. I'm gonna risk dropping my camera in a skip or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like when I see shots like this, I'm like, how long did she spend in that bin waiting for something to happen? But like for all of these different elements to come together, you know, you've got the shadow here, you've got the couple looking in this segment, you've got this portrait, you've got the bin in the foreground, but you've also got this guy walking in a thin sliver of the frame over here. And then on top of all of that, you've got the hand with the perfect timing throwing in these scraps. And the scraps are kind of cool as well because it's like a bit of paper with a note or something written on it, and the way that the light grabs her hand. Like overall, this shot's just really top tier, I think.
And to capture that stuff in midair as well, flowing into like, yeah. I love that they probably would have had to be like, oh, excuse me, do you mind if I just use the bin? Like, had to like bend around someone taking a street photo. It's like classic moment when people are like, oh, sorry, am I in your photo? And you're like, no, I want you to be in the...
Yeah, you've just made my photo. Thank you. And they're apologizing to you as they're walking away. Isn't that kind of a weird thing with street photography when you do that kind of fishing technique and you find a scene where you're just waiting for something to happen? Like I was doing that recently where I was just on Oxford Street and I was taking photos with a phone. I was holding the phone up to just a piece of glass to try and get like interesting reflections and stuff. Then I just had this moment of self-awareness or like an out-of-body experience where I just saw myself like just being a complete idiot, just standing up to a big piece of glass holding my phone with people walking by and walking into the frame wondering what the fuck is this guy doing. But I think that happens a lot, that kind of awkwardness in street photography.
I definitely, it's like a 20-minute cutoff I have where I'm okay with it, I'm fishing for a while, then suddenly, that something clicks and you're like, I'm wrong. Like you suddenly think everybody's like looking at you. You're suddenly like everybody, you start catching people's eyes and you're like, oh yeah, I've got to move on now.
Yeah. And you try and push it and push it and push it. But then you just have to, I can't really, like I prefer to do it on the go. Like I prefer to walk around a lot. I don't really like the kind of fishing technique.
There's one more shot in this assignment I really like from Anne Grack. It's got some seagulls a bit further down.
Oh. Yeah, didn't we feature this in the magazine?
Yeah. I just think you instantly get that feeling of literally being by the sea. You got the wind. It feels kind of cold. The wind farms off in the distance as well.
Yeah,
like a bit of
you can
sort
almost
of like,
hear the seagulls.
Yeah, and a bit of like almost like looks like a fleck of like seawater on the lens almost as well. Like a little bit of it just gives you that extra. Yeah. Like they were recently splashed by a big wave, right?
Yeah, this is a great one. And like yourself from taking photographs of groups of birds that it's so random that you'll get a pleasing composition with them in flight like this. And the way this composition flows is so nice. And that rarely happens, right?
So hard to get them all nicely separated out like that. And then also to get them like nicely framing the subject as well. And none of them are like crossing over the wind farm in the background. There's like a separation between the horizon and the sea. It's great. It's great.
It's a great one. Yeah. So that was in maybe the last magazine or two magazines ago. Framelines issue 6 possibly. Yeah, I really like this one. I remember when we got these submissions for the summertime assignment, it felt like really motivational. It felt like, oh man, I need to go to the Seaside and take more photos by there, or I need to go travel. I think this one looks like it's Florence. Yeah, I remember thinking, man, I need to travel more when I saw this assignment.
Yeah, I think us we're both using Instagram quite a lot less. So this is one of the main ways I consume photography now, to be honest. So yeah, it's cool. So the colour harmonies idea was these little ideas of like serendipity in the street, like moments you can't quite predict when, I don't know, an image just becomes harmoniously colourful, whether things can match in a way, or there could be some like instances of like primary colours. I really like this image from Craig Nelson, Hillhurst production, just because, yeah, you've got that nice red, but like you've got this like light, very light backdrop, so it just creates so much contrast. I think about this a lot, like photographing in London when it's overcast or something like that. Sometimes you just have to use bright colour to create your own contrast, and that's what he's done here. It's like not necessarily like a dynamic shot, it's quite static, but it becomes quite visually interesting because he's managed to add that contrast and then the recurring red. So yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah, I really like this one too. I like the composition of this, the way the feet are coming into the frame and then kind of shooting off into this corner. Like, it's sometimes hard to create a dynamic composition like this where it just feels solid. Also, like, photographing people's feet can be weird sometimes, right? Do you ever do that when you just see someone's shoes and you're like, I need to photograph those feet, and then you realize what you're doing, like you're photographing someone's feet in public? That's kind of a weird. I think that's even weirder to do than to photograph someone's face. Do you not think?
I mean, I've done that a lot, and I've never had any hang up about it. And now you've said that, I'm going to be really self-conscious about it. So maybe that says more about me.
Yeah, maybe I'm too self-conscious about it. No, I think, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's all silly, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't take myself seriously. You know that. Oh, I like this one. This is cool.
Yeah, I just noticed that one. That's really cool, isn't it? I like the color matching.
Self-portrait.
The grays and the yellow. And another assignment we did recently was the night photography assignment. We did this over winter when there was lots of opportunity to shoot at night because it got dark at 3 or 4 p.m. and we thought it'd be a good one. Doing this again, I think this would be a perfect opportunity for us to make a video showing maybe techniques about how to shoot at night, and maybe have like a guest photographer in to talk about their own technique or something. I know for sure that this assignment really made me think about doing something like that. So that's something we're going to do in the future. In terms of favorites in this one, I think we both love this one by Amy Fisher, right?
It really reminds me of some of Joel Meyerowitz's photos, where he's like at like one in particular at like a sort of, I think it's like a ice cream shop, and it's kind of dusk and there's like a reflection of the green neons on a parked car. Yeah, it really gives me that kind of vibe. Just cool lighting, cool reflections, like a nice, awesome like vintage sign, moody sky, nice composition as well.
Yeah, it is. Like, you could almost imagine like if this was a vintage looking car, it would be a shot from the 80s. It reminds me of something by, do you know Philip Lorca de Corsia? You know that photographer he was a photographer who, he started off as a photographer, so he learned all these techniques for making everything. He shot very kind of high end, very polished, and very sort of like editorial. And then he brought that to this kind of candid street photography that he did. He's got a couple of famous series of photos, but yeah, he's got this sort of look about him. And if you Google him, you'll see what I mean about that. Philip Lorca de Corsia.
If anybody wants to see more of these, all these galleries are just live on our website, frame-lines.com. We have hundreds of submissions across 12 assignments, and yeah, it's a super cool place to just take in some street photography outside of Instagram. Shay mentioned earlier about our recent meetup where we headed over to Portobello Road and to David Hill Gallery to check out our Framelines X David Hill collab exhibition. And when we were doing that, I actually stopped a few people from the community and had a bit of a chat with them about what they were shooting, what kind of things they were looking for. Spoiler alert, a lot of people with X-T5s. You're filming as well?
Saying so much shit.
Framelines.
Right. What are you shooting with?
I've got my infrared converted camera, 30mm equivalent. So I'm getting some snapshot type shots. I literally just got my favorite shot probably of the whole day. Never be able to see it on there.
We have to send it over
I'll
afterwards.
send it over. But this lady stood right here, she's pointing, someone in the back pointing that way, and some guy walking through doing this as well. I thought it's absolutely brilliant. And it was
You've hyped it up now.
It's a really good photo.
Okay.
makes
Okay.
it better because it's more contrasty as well. So,
What's your Instagram?
Sandwich Street. So sam.wich.street.
Thanks, Sandwich Street.
And it's great.
And?
And I'm shooting with the XT5,
Nice.
as everyone.
Yep. There's a lot of them here today.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm not really sure, it's really busy. So I like pointing people. I've got the same photo set, but I have a different focal length.
Why do street photographers like pointing people, do you think?
I don't really know. It's a really difficult question.
It's a difficult
Do you
question.
like pointing people?
Of course I do.
But why? Why? I don't know.
Got to point some in.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's quite odd, isn't it? If you think about it, like someone pointing, like.
Yeah, I don't think I point that much.
Like offensive. It's like,
Yeah, now you've done it, I'm offended. How often do you point in your day-to-day life? Okay. About 50 people just took your photo there. What's your Instagram?
It's Angrack.
Angrack.
Grack. German.
Thanks, Angrack.
We're famous now.
Talking. I have to stop talking.
Oh, it's not recording.
Oh.
Get it. What are you shooting with today?
Fujifilm X-T5.
Another XT5?
Yeah. With the 23 1.4.
What are you looking for?
Just anything that piques my interest, really. Probably the cliche guys in hats.
Classic.
And then trying to shoot a lot through cover at the minute, so working on that. Yeah.
Shoot through cover.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, I used to be in the military.
Okay.
So through the layers, I guess.
Yeah.
Like when we were going through the market earlier, and you've got like the plastic sheeting and using stuff like that to sort of build a depth to the picture.
Yes. Build something a bit more.
Yeah.
Visually interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. What's your Instagram?
Who is Scott B? Simple.
Nice one. Hello.
Hello. Hope you're caught there.
At the end. Bye.
Yeah.
What are you shooting with today?
Camera 5.
Nice. What lens you got? 50.
Yeah, nifty 50.
Nifty 50.
Nifty 50.
Cool. What are you looking for?
Today I ended up just doing portraits.
Oh,
It was
nice.
too crowded, so there's lots of colourful, lovely people. So yeah.
Did you get a few?
I think so.
Nice.
You never know till you get home, but it was nice. It was fun, and people respond well. So yeah.
They stopping people asking
Yeah,
portraits.
that's why people ask for portraits. Yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, nice. What's your Instagram?
L.A.E.photography. It's a terrible Instagram.
Rolls off the tongue.
It rolls off the tongue. But yeah. I do need to change it, but yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fun.
Cool. Hello.
Hey,
What are you shooting with today?
got the Leica Q2.
Like a Q2.
Q2, yeah.
Jelly. Wait, what are you looking for?
All sorts really, everything. Doing a lot of the shooting through windows, reflection kind of stuff. But yeah, just colourful people on the like of streets really.
It's just suddenly got so nice out here as well. Holy shit.
Very good light.
Thank you for a second.
Yeah.
Nice. What's your Instagram?
For a minute.
Instagram, DanielGinn.photos.
Nice one. Thank you. What are you shooting with?
Being original, I've got an XT5.
Yeah.
TT Artisans 27, but not the Christmas version.
Not the Christmas one. Oh, what a shame.
Standard version.
What are you trying to get today?
Well, we're in Portobello, so colour, interesting people, interesting scenes, that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Ideally, just to test this out.
Yes. How long you had it?
The lens about a week.
Okay.
Camera about a month. So it's all quite new. And
So many XT5s today. It's a great camera.
it is.
Did I ask for your Instagram?
Not yet. No, it's BJB_London LDM. BJB_LDM.
Cool. Do you want to have a chat for the vid?
Absolutely.
What are you shooting with today?
I have the classic rangefinder camera known as the X100V, internet sensation.
I haven't heard of that.
Everyone should have one.
What are you looking for today?
I'm looking for new friendships. That's why I joined Framelines.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Long walks.
I find that, try not to put too much pressure on yourself when you're out on a photo walk and enjoy the company. Luckily, it's a good community, lots of interesting people. So I've learned a lot of he thinks about you folk and how they shoot, where they shoot.
Gonna have to give you a £10 note off camera now. Looks like I paid you to say that. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Love that. What's your Instagram?
At Hillhurst_production.
But there was one other.
You got a favourite?
Yes. It's Michelle's down at the end. Did the portrait with the stunning blue eyes.
So good, right? The colour is crazy.
Yeah, and someone just saying with the flash in the daylight, I need to go and seek out more because I've not seen it until your magazine.
Yeah, no, I hadn't either until Shane actually introduced it.
Absolutely stunning. The movement in here is golden.
Yeah, that's just...
To get that chap there, the silhouette, still, it's almost still life, but you've got all the movement.
That's, yeah, crowd favourite, that one, I think. It's probably my favourite. If I was going to have any on the wall, I'd probably have that one.
Mine, that the portrait.
Really?
Definitely. Absolutely stunning. I can't stop looking at it. So I need to go and seek out books and I just need to see it. And just to be in the gallery again, instead of viewing things this close on the screen, to take that step back and take it all in.
It's pretty busy in here as well. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So well composed with how they placed.
Just like,
I don't know how many photos
styles are on the scene.
would have happened and then to pick the frame.
it's like 1990 as well. You think it's like
Yeah.
the 50s or something.
Yeah, so they burned it through a Rolls Royce that one shot as they were going.
Yeah. And you are... Sean?
Co-founder of Framelines.
Framelines.
Yeah, you haven't heard of it?
Co-founder.
Yeah.
Hate to be the other guy.
So with the street assignments, if you've any ideas that you'd like to see us do as a monthly street assignment, just leave a comment, let us know, give us some feedback. Let us know what you think of the community as well. Like if you've joined it, if you've been part of it for a long time, let us know. And if you have any ideas of what we could add to it, again, give us some feedback.